My HBAR family, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. Love each and every one of you guys. Thank you for your support. I know you guys hear this on a day-to-day basis, but I really want you guys to know how much your support means to me. Continue supporting. If you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit that red subscribe button. Come join the Crypto ZX army. But let's take a look at what's happening with the markets, because we're looking across the board, a lot of green, including for HBAR, a lot of excitement. But yet again, in terms of that crazy explosive move that a lot of people want to see, that is still not happening. And kind of going back to what we've discussed on a day-to-day basis, right now dominance is still quite high, but meme category, I did mention this in my Pepe update if you did end up watching it, your meme category is actually outpacing the utility projects. So utility projects usually do have their run as well. Again, anyone that want to argue that they don't, I really want you guys to take a look at what happened late last year and of course early this year. A lot of utility projects saw crazy price action. So that is that, and I don't want you guys to be forgetting that. But let's take a look at what's happening with HBAR right now. 20.5 cents as far as the price is concerned, up 2% in Bitcoin compared to valuation approaching $8.7 billion. So slowly but surely heading back towards the upside, and the 24-hour trading volume at about 222.2 million. So the beauty of doing the day-to-day analysis updates is because I can distinguish between what happened yesterday and what is happening today. And one thing I can clearly indicate right now is that the 24-hour trading volume for HBAR is actually lower. So it hasn't even increased. So right now the increase that you're seeing within the price, which again is minor, is all thanks to dominance and Bitcoin pretty much staying stagnant. And of course, as far as the broader market is concerned, it is quite bullish. Retail is slowly starting to show interest coming in, of course, because we're seeing crypto being headlined everywhere right now globally. If you're on social media, Twitter, whatever the case may be, Instagram, you're seeing Bitcoin being spoken about, and this is where retail, bulb starts just lighting up. Oh, crypto's going crazy, and that's that. So right now, in terms of the bigger picture, if you did watch my market analysis update as well, I did mention we're still far off from that explosive meme coin cycle. You need certain things to happen. So that is that. If you did not watch that, I would suggest you guys to go watch that, and I share my personal thoughts on that. But before we get into any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So this is from my previous update, but we did see the dominance, I would say, over the last 1.5 hour pull down. You can see it just right here on the hourly. Really gives you a better understanding of what we're looking at. So dominance was hanging around at 64.12%. We actually pulled down with Bitcoin because Bitcoin did see a retracement. As Bitcoin went down, so did the dominance. And what is this going to do? This is going to have a positive impact on the altcoin market, and that's exactly what's happening right now in front of us, which is amazing to see. If you're looking at HBAR, though, slowly but surely heading back into our main zone, the 61.8. As I've stated to you guys before, I've been quite clear. Don't expect explosiveness right away. We're still seeing dominance in the grand scheme of things really high. But slowly but surely it is making its way back towards the upside. We actually did retest almost to 21 cents. Obviously the 24-hour trading volume right now is still quite low. It's not helping HBAR, because of course if it was higher, I think we would have already been in the 61.8. But we are slowly but surely making baby steps, which will take. If you want to put this into perspective, it's only a move of about 6.1% from where we currently are. We could see that actually being retested in the next day or so, even if dominance continues to pull down. If dominance retests where we were on the 14th, if it retests that, I personally think this could really get exciting for altcoins. So, is this really going to be the top for Bitcoin? We don't really know. Anyone's that can come out and say, Bitcoin is top, Bitcoin is bottom. No one knows. No one knows. We can make educated guesses. I personally do project that, from its all-time high, let's kind of measure it. We have seen an increase of about 2%. I think it has a little bit more room to go. Again, we have so much institutional demand coming in. I think, we will see BTC climbing up more. And then, you're really going to see the altcoin season occurring. I think, Bitcoin runs maybe into the summer. And then, you do see dominance start to fall. And that's where altcoin season is projected to start. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully, you do see the price of HBAR. So speaking about altcoin season, you really want to see HBAR go as high as possible before the dominance starts pulling down. Let's make it that simple. That's how simple I want this to be for everyone to understand. So even if Bitcoin gradually increases, you want HBAR to obviously gradually increase. I think the safe spot for HBAR to hang around is within the 61.8, above that key resistance at 27 cents, because if dominance starts pulling down and HBAR already has reclaimed itself back here, I think we could start pushing up to all-time highs and really start taking things to another level, for HBAR. And of course, if Donald Trump on top of that, announces something exciting, for US-based project, that's just a cherry on top. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, speculating at the end of the day, everyone has their own ways, to look at the markets. That's how I'm currently looking at it. But let me know your personal thoughts down below. We'll see you later in Crypto ZX, and peace out.